Okay, I have some news articles right now, and let me wait for some time before we start. Okay, let's start with our news articles, some of the important news articles of today. China warns of geographic info data breaches affecting transport and military. China has China has said it found foreign geographic information software which could be compromising confidential and sensitive data in key sectors, including its military and warned security departments to conduct in depth checks to stem any further breaches. The Ministry of State Security said an extensive investigation found overseas geographic information system software was being used to collect data, some involving state secrets, posing a serious threat to China's national security. Credit Suisse entities to pay 10 million over prohibited mutual fund services. Credit Suisse Securities and two affiliated firms have agreed to pay over 10 million to settle US Securities and Exchange Commission charges they provided prohibited services to mutual funds, the regulator has revealed in 2022. A New Jersey court banned the Credit Suisse entities from certain activities in resolving a case of alleged violations of state laws. The firm continued to offer their services despite the ban until June 2023, the SEC said. Without admitting or denying the SEC's findings, Credit Suisse agreed to pay civil penalties of 3.3 million and more than 6.7 million in disgorgement and interest. That's a huge amount of money that they have paid. Armenia and Azerbaijan exchange prisoners at border. Azerbaijan and Armenia traded prisoners of war at their border on Wednesday in a step towards normalizing their relations after Azerbaijan achieved a decisive breakthrough in their decades old conflict. The exchange involved the release by Azerbaijan of 32 Armenians, mostly captured in late 2020. In return, Armenia handed over two Azerbaijani soldiers held since April 2023. Russia's TASS news agency reported earlier on Wednesday that Armenia and Azerbaijan were also discussing the withdrawal of troops from their shared border, though it said no decision has been taken yet. So they have exchanged prisoners at border, both the countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan. Kroger employees to return to offices for more days from February. Important news. Kroger has revealed on Tuesday its associates would be returning to its offices in Cincinnati and other locations for more days in the week from February next year. Remote working had gained prominence during the COVID-19 pandemic, forcing the employees to stay out of offices and work from home. However, with the pandemic subsiding, employers are now asking employees to return to office, citing higher efficiency and better collaboration. So, remote working, these employees of Kroger were working from home so far. It has given a lot of suitability, it has given a lot of comfort while working from home, and some of the companies had extended this period of work from home, but now that we have come out of the pandemic completely, these companies which had asked their employees to work from home for an extended time period are now asking their employees to come back to office. So Kroger will start their office work from their physical work office in most of the centers from February 2024. Boliden plans to restart Europe's biggest zinc mine in second quarter of 2020. In the second quarter of 2024. Boliden is planning to resume wage negotiations next month with around 650 employees at its Tara zinc operation in Ireland, with a view to resuming output in the second quarter of 2024. Boliden put its Tara operations on care and maintenance in June due to negative cash flows after prices of the galvanizing metal hit a 3-year low on June 1st, 2023. A restart would boost supplies of the world's fourth most used metal and potentially add to surpluses of refined zinc expected by analysts for next year. Egypt to raise minimum wage to $113 a month from January 2024. Egypt's government will raise the minimum wage paid by the private sector to 3,500 Egyptian pounds a month as of January 1st, according to a decision published in the official gazette on Monday. The last time the government increased the minimum wage was on July 1st, when it set it at 3,000 pounds. Headline inflation in Egypt has risen sharply over the past 2 years, reaching a record 38% in September before slipping to 35.6% in November. Hold on, somebody's at the door. I have a parcel. I had ordered something online. It's actually a Christmas gift for my friend. I'm gifting her a small tea set, and it just arrived. I was waiting for it. Okay. So grab my cup of tea. So Egypt will be raising its minimum wage to $113 a month from January next year. Egypt is also one of those countries which has been hit by inflation, and it is also facing a very rough uh, time right now. And this, I think, this week, Egypt will go in for presidential elections. I think it's this week. Okay, let me check. And it is being expected that uh, Al Sisi will be successful in getting back to the same position. He will be re-elected for his third tenure. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have some big news. Okay. Let's I missed it out. Okay. This is another important news. Egypt's Al Sisi cruises towards victory in subdued election. Egyptians cast their ballots on December 12th and 3rd, on the third and final day of a Egyptians cast their ballots on December 12th on the third and final day of a presidential election expected to give President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi a sweeping victory and a new 6-year term in the absence of real competition. So the election has already taken place. I knew the election was this week, but I was a bit confused. I was told that it would be 12th or 13th, and I forgot. Now, when I checked, I saw that the election has already taken place. Many Egyptians have shown little interest in the election, saying they believe that voting will make little difference, although authorities and commentators or tightly controlled local media continued urging them to cast ballots out of national duty. And results would be declared on 18th of December. So experts believe that he is going to sweep the elections and he will go in for a third term of presidency. And that is what even Egyptian local medias are saying. So we'll come to know. Okay. Starbucks to resume union talks to mend strained ties with employees. Starbucks has reached out to the union representing hundreds of its stores in the United States as the coffee chain looks to mend its strained relation with some of its frontline employees, according to a letter revealed. Last month, Starbucks had said that Workers United Union had not engaged on contract bargaining in more than 5 months. The union represents more than 9,000 Starbucks employees at about 360 US stores and has been urging the coffee giant to implement better wages, staffing, and schedules. More than 1,000 VW workers in Tennessee sign union representation. The United Auto Workers Union has said on Thursday that more than 1,000 factory workers at Volkswagen's Chattanooga, Tennessee assembly plant have signed union authorization cards. Last week, the UAW said it was launching a first of its kind push to publicly organize the entire non-union auto sector in the US after winning record new contracts with the Detroit 3 automakers. The UAW, which said 30% of workers at the VW plant had signed cards, has outlined its organizing strategy that says if 30% of workers at a non-union plant sign cards seeking to join, it would make that public. Very big move by United Auto Workers. Spike in Asia Africa migrant turns Amazon jungle outpost into Crossroads. A recent crackdown on migrant smuggling and human trafficking throughout the Americas turned up migrants from 69 countries, an indicator of the steep growth in Asians and Africans who are crossing oceans and continents to reach the United States. Coordinated by the International Police Organization Interpol, the fifth annual Operation Turquoise united immigration enforcement officers from throughout the Americas from November 27 to December 1st in an attempt to dismantle international crime syndicates. So, this is a big problem now. Amazon jungle outposts have become crossroads for all the migrants who are trying to reach America by hook or crook. From South America, they have to cross the Amazon jungle. Okay, and from Asia, I am not very sure which path they are taking, but most probably they come to South America, where getting a visa is lot more easier than getting a visa to the US. So first they come to South America and try to cross over through Cuba, Panama. Okay, and that is where they have to face hurdles. Now they also have to cross the Amazon jungle, which is full of wild animals. It's a rainforest where the climate changes very rapidly, and it's a huge jungle. And if these migrants who go through the road, uh, they in all probability do not know the right path to cross, because they are doing this in a secret manner. So they most probably do not have a guide or anybody else. Not everyone would have. They would be with someone who maybe knows or who has just told them how to cross over. In many cases, people get lost. There have been many cases of loot, theft, and also in the recent times a lot of molestation and rape cases. I might do one of these articles in detail, okay, later on, but as of now this is what it is. So it's a very dangerous place to be in. Panama Canal drought to delay grain ships well in 2024. Bulk grain shippers hauling crops from the US Gulf Coast export hub to Asia are sailing longer routes and paying higher freight costs to avoid vessel congestion and record high transit fees in the drought hit, Panama Canal traders and analysts have said. So, the shipping snarl through one of world's main maritime trade routes comes at the peak season for US crop exports, and the higher costs are threatening to dent demand for US corn and soy suppliers that have already ceded market share to Brazil in recent years. Ships moving crops have faced wait times of up to 3 weeks to pass through the canal, as container vessels and others that sail on more regular schedules are scooping out the few transit slots available. The restrictions could continue to impede grain shipments well into 2024, when the region's wet season may begin to recharge reservoirs and normalize shipping in April or May, as revealed by the analysts. So that's about it for the morning part of the news. Have a good day, and I'll try and get up some more news, maybe if possible later during the day. So don't forget to tune in. Bye.